Thank you very much, Steve and Allison. Tucker clearly has a problem with me today. I don't know what's going on, Derek. I don't know what the issue is here. But look, nevertheless, there's definitely been a chill in the air in the past few mornings. So it's time to ask the garden guy, Derek Thomas, about transitioning into a new season. We've got some questions from viewers that we want to share. Good to see you, Derek. Always good to see you.
It's always a learning experience. Trend, right?
I know.
We're gonna get that thumb green yet.
We got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do to get these thumbs green. All right, so look, here, let's start out with some questions from some people who want to know some things about,
Right, and these came from both Facebook and from Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Thomas Garden Guy, or Facebook is Thomas Landscape.
Gotcha, okay. The first question, what vegetables can I plant now to harvest over the winter months?
Well, and a lot of people don't know this, but the climate in D.C. is conducive to planting a lot of veggies now.
Okay.
So things like what you see here, this is a mix of vegetables that were planted out. It's arugula, there's a muscalin blend, there's actually beets in here. All of these greens can be harvested, and what you would do with these, if you're going to harvest them now, you would actually cut them down. So you would take what you want to harvest for a salad or to do some baby greens or something like that.
Okay.
And you would leave the plant in place. And what that's going to do...
So just cut some of them.
Right.
Not all of them.
What that's going to do is, as the temperatures are very, very mild going into our winter, those little nubs that you leave will grow in more leaves. And what we actually want are the leaves. If you pull the plant out, you won't get it. And the same thing applies to lettuces. You can do the exact same thing to lettuces. Supermarkets have started selling lettuces that actually have the root intact. But if you have lettuce growing in your garden, you can harvest, if it's mild enough during the winter, straight through December. And most of the times, come spring, they will grow back in. And you'll get more good veggies.
I did not know that. I thought
same thing. Yeah, same thing with cilantro, radishes, any of your cool season veggies that you can do in spring. You can do another crop right now.
Okay. All right. We've got question number 2. We're going to put that up on the screen right now as I read from my trusty paper right here. I want to bring in a plant that has been outside all summer. Can I do that? And do I have to do anything special to make sure that it lives over the winter?
Okay. Houseplants have become very, very popular. The thing that you want to do is this plant, the philodendron. These were both somewhere in the shady part of the garden. These two guys were in a sunny part of the garden. The things that you want to do when you're bringing them in this time of the year, you want to make sure sunny plants are going to get a sunny room, a sunny windowsill.
Put them somewhere where they get sun,
Plants that like shade could be more in the interior of the house or somewhere where you've got a north exposure or something like that. One of the things that I love to do to prevent the bugs, because invariably you will bring in bugs this time of the year, you're going to want to take a little bit of this. This is a systemic granule. You want to put it down on the soil. And what systemic means is it means the plant is actually going to take up that chemical, and it's going to become poisonous to any bugs. Now, if you bring in any food plants, do not use
it on the food
granules. But for all of your house plants that you want to bring in, and don't mind if the house plant starts to get some yellowing leaves.
Because that's not dying.
It's not dying. It's acclimating to the spot. If you move it to another spot, it'll do the same thing again. So leave it where it is. Take off the dead leaves. Plants like geraniums will even bloom for you indoors.
All right. Last question. Question number 3. It's about a rose. My rose is very leggy and has new blooms. What should I do?
And what I did was I brought in 2. Some people like to enjoy rose hips. If you like to enjoy the rose hips, go ahead and leave the leggy rose. These will turn orange and red depending on the variety of the rose, and they're very pretty in the winter garden. If you don't like this, what you want to do is you want to wait until you get to late winter, late fall, early winter, once we've had a freeze. And then you want to make the cuts, like you see that little node right there? You want to make the cuts right above that node because that's going to be next year's growth. Now, with shrub roses, they're a little bit different. What you can do is, and they're the ones that are going to be blooming this time of the year, what you can do with shrub roses is let them go. Come mid-December, when all the foliage is gone, you can actually take this shrub rose down to about 3/4 of the height. So take it all the way down, cut it straight across. You don't have to be as painstaking with a shrub rose because they're a lot more vigorous. They're usually grown on their own rootstock. Whereas these are usually grown from a graft. But with your roses, wait until the first heavy frost before you do any pruning. And if you like things like this,
Right.
I don't mind the legginess. It's part of the winter garden. And these rose hips will turn a beautiful orange, and you'll be able to enjoy them straight through January.
Gotcha. Okay, Derek, always some good information. Give me the Twitter again.
At Thomas Garden Guy, follow me, and we've got a lot more good questions coming up for you.
All right. Thank you very much, Derek. All right, let's go back over to you in the studio. See ya.
Little known fact, Leggy Rose was my college nickname.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. You gave it to yourself?
Maybe. Still ahead in the Fox beat, he's played a time-traveling idiot. Not fair.
It's fair.
An FBI surfer and the one. Now, Keanu Reeves is back with the revenge flick John Wick. Kevin sits down with the star next.